the studio of Apex One. This is exactly 23 minutes to 10 in Dallas. That is in Texas, where our next guest will be speaking. Her name is Alamise. She is an urban artist. She is an excellent singer. Her latest video, My Story, was released. It is a good artist comes back on the airwaves of Apex One Radio to tell the story once again and to tell us just how she went through producing this single and its video. And so before Alamise comes on the airwaves, listen to this.
Then we can eat chicken. Fine, Kenny. You get it high up. Ha, see me. You sure say like boy. I give more.
That one is titled My Story.
One day you gon' know my story, then you gon' understand. One day
Its author is Alamise.
everything that I've done, everything that I did was to make sure to get through. And you know that it is true. Anything that I said, where you worry your head, I meant no offense. Just leave them for past tense. You may really think you know, but you only see their surface.
My Story, beautiful story by Alamise. The artist is in Dallas, Texas, on standby, ready to come on the airwaves and tell us the story in My Story. The video of this piece of music was released a couple of days ago, and of course, it's been in circulation since then. Apex One Radio, listening to Fiesta number 99.
There's this story of a lady. She get a nasty attitude towards my bikini. People they talk, throw it bad mob, them know this stop. Say na lesbian, say na family. Little do they know, many years ago, say our uncle be molest and give am belly. Gary, I'm going stop, move the belly. Try. One day you gon' know my story, then you gon' understand. One day.
We're sorry for the technical quality of what is coming out there from the microphone in the studio. We hear we're trying to fix that. Definitely will be okay. Meantime, thank you so much for joining us from Oya, Cameroon. I'm talking about Billy Bob TV. Thank you so much, Mildred Adam. Thank you so much, my very good friend Leader Bob Black. Thank you so much, Gabriel Nkutanu. Thank you so much, Sandra Achampong, and also my brother and friend Stanley Fongot, who is watching us from LA, that is in California. My Story, Alamise, should be joining us in just a couple of seconds. Don't go away.
Something happens to someone, you go, yeah, all kind of story. You wanna know the truth, go meet up here, it go tell you. One day you gon' know my story, then you gon' understand.
My Story, beautiful piece of music there. It's time for us to go to Dallas and hear the author tell us more about this story. Exactly 18 minutes to 10 in Texas. Let's move on there and say welcome to Alemis. Welcome to the show, artist.
Thank you, Ernest. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank God. How are you today?
I am doing fine, thank you.
So how is Dallas this Saturday morning?
Dallas is beautiful. Can't complain. I mean, it's not yet hot, as it used to be. It's still morning, so we're in the 80s, and it's beautiful.
Beautiful. We thank God for that. So what I mean is, we've just been listening there to My Story, whose video is a couple of days old in circulation. So tell me, how have people been reacting to it this far?
Oh yeah, it's been wonderful. Like, I've gotten a lot of messages so far, people telling me thank you. I've actually had one person who said that, she went through a similar experience in that video, and she thanked me so much for the encouragement. I've had so many positive responses. I've had people having my back, sharing the video everywhere, getting people to watch, getting people to listen to it. So I'm grateful so far.
Now, is My Story a new track, or it is drawn from your previous album?
This is actually a brand new single on its own. Okay. It's not from an album. Yeah.
That's beautiful. So tell me, how long did it take you to complete this project?
From the time that the beat was composed, to the recording, to the mixing, to us shooting the video and the editing, I want to say it took about 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
Right. So where is the track recorded, and under what music record label?
The track was recorded here in Dallas, Texas, under the Guy Low Outcome level. That's the level I've been working with. It's more of a production house than a level right now, but it's going to eventually grow into a full level. So yeah.
Now, this particular project enjoyed a lot of publicity. I've been following your career for a while, but I must confess that My Story, has created a completely different impact. Tell me, what was your experience working on this project?
I mean, it was great. I mean, a little bit of challenges here and there, but overall, I see that the main aim of the song is being achieved. Like, people telling me that they're so inspired by it, and they're encouraged. That was the idea I had when I wanted to encourage people. I wanted to inspire people going through any type of hurt. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, a molestation, as it was in this case. It could be anything. Anybody going through anything that is causing you to be locked in yourself, to be locked in chains, in some sort of chains, and you don't want to get out of it. This was some sort of an encouragement to people going through anything of that sort. That, one day, finally, they're going to be able to break out of that, and come out of their shell, and start living their life again. So I see that the purpose of this whole project is being achieved, and I'm so happy for that.
Where was the video shot, and who directed it?
It was actually shot in Dallas, Texas, by Tembi Muna. He's a Cameroonian video director. He's based in Louisiana right now.
And when you sit back and watch the video of My Story, are you satisfied with the technical quality of the work?
I am 100% satisfied. Like, us under the Guy Low Outcome, before we put out a project, we make sure that we are 100% satisfied with it before we put it out, so we don't have any type of regret. So I am 100% satisfied. I would say that.
Now, come back about this story in My Story. What is it all about?
So the story in the video, it's a true life story. It's a true life story. So yeah, it's a story about a lady who was very, she resented men a lot. Like, she didn't like men, and people misjudged her. People called her names. People said maybe she's an occult, maybe she's a lesbian, that's why she does not like men. People called her all sort of names in where she stayed in her quartier, in Cameroon, the ladies in Cameroon. So somebody actually told me this story. A friend of mine told me the story that she knows the ladies. That was sometime early this year. So the original message of the song, when I was writing the song, it was about do not judge a book by its cover. Do not look at people and feel like you know all about them. You don't know them. You have to listen to their story, to know why they're probably acting the way they're acting before you draw your conclusions. So when me and my producer was working on it, he came up with this suggestion that it would be nice to have one example where somebody was misjudged. So that's why, I thought about this story that my friend had told me and decided to include it in this video, which makes perfect sense. Like this is a gross case of somebody being misjudged. They didn't know that it's because she was molested when she was 15. They didn't know that part of her. They just looked at her and judged her based on her actions. So, at the end of the day, the lady finally, made the decision to break out of her shell. She finally decided to let go, and finally accepted a proposal of a man. So, that's the whole story of my story.
Don't judge from a distance. You just know what people are going through. The story in my story of Alamis, who's speaking live from Dallas, Texas, in this edition of African Fiesta. Reaching you from Columbus, Ohio, United States of America. The video has been in circulation for the past couple of days. You're going to take a very short break for just a few seconds. Time for us to listen to my story again, Alamis. Don't go away, you are still with us.
Don't judge me, don't judge my story. Don't judge my story. Don't judge me, don't judge my story. Don't judge my story.
And so the message in this story is also directed to predators of sexual molestation, those people who molest girls. It's really a problem which has to be looked into. It is a social vice which must be for gains with every might. My story, Alamis, just on Apex One Radio. The artist will be back on the airwaves. Don't go away. Alamis, welcome back.
Thank you.
So where is this track available?
For now, it's actually only available on YouTube. So you can watch the video on YouTube, but eventually we're going to have it on iTunes and Bandcamp for anybody who wants to download the audio.
Right. So are you envisaging any public performances anytime soon?
Definitely, yes. I have 2 performances coming up early September, one on the 8th. I'm going to put up a flyer, I'm very soon on my page. And then, on the 9th, the very next day, I have another performance at some sort of a private, event. So yeah, that's that so far.
Right, that's beautiful. So if there are people out there who like to have you perform at their events, or some like to work with you, how can they reach the artist?
They can definitely send us an email to gailoutcome@gmail.com, or just you can inbox me. Like if you don't remember the email, just inbox me on my Facebook, either Facebook page or personal page, and I'm gonna send that email to you, and you can write to the to the level. So yeah.
The message has definitely gone across. Thank you so much, Alamis. But before you go, we would like to get that voice in its raw version. So I'm just going to bring down the volume of the digital version of my story. Then we'll get your raw version from that end. So are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, ahead.
One day you gon' know my story, then you gon' understand, then you gon' understand. One day you gon' know my story, then you gon' understand.
Beautiful. Thank you. So Makara, if you were doubting that that is the author of the song you were listening to, she sings so wonderfully. Right. Alamis, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the show.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you so much, Ernest Kanjo. Thank you so much, the listeners of Affect One Radio. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Right. And do have a fantastic rest of the weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
There's this story of a lady. She get a nasty attitude towards my